Aiden, what's going on? This is Adrian Gomez, looking at your ability to throw and trying to see where we can get some more velocity and clean up your motion. So right now you're doing a fabulous job of squatting. What I notice early is your heel starts coming up. So I want to stay low into that back leg as long as possible, and then be able to come up. So I think it could be a little bit better out of that back leg, but 104 is fabulous. You're squatting very, very well. Let's see what you do. So you can see where your knee is going. Your actually knee is going this way, and I'd like to see your knee turn inside earlier, so that everything can rotate. So direction of the knee, you're squatting well, but the direction of your knee needs to be inside. It's going to be a lot easier for you to drive through. So at plant foot, let's see where your knee is, and let's see what happens as we progress through this. You come out and around. There's a little bit of movement with that knee. There's going to be a little bit of movement, but there's about 9 degrees. So I want to clean up that front knee a little bit. But you do a great job of having your knee come, you plant and it comes back. And this is what we want, this kind of action with your knees coming back. That's fabulous. So good job on that. But definitely the external rotation of your front knee, that needs to be worked on just to keep that steadier. As you plant, we're going to take a double angle here at foot strike. This is 99. I want it to be 110, and so right now I think you could get a little bit further. You could be driving, and I want to see a little bit further. The further you get with this front foot, the greater this angle is going to be. So you're going to increase your angle just by getting out a little bit further. Getting into your front knee at plant foot, and it retracts. This is a classic, just a really good front knee, and your hips are rotating pretty well. What I do notice though, as you throw the ball, your leg's coming up, and I want to push your hip through, not your leg coming up. I want your hip to come through and not your leg. So I want hip rotation more than legs. So moving on to the next one, we're going to look at your posture at ball release. So when you release the ball, you are in what we call a B posture. So when you come back and you're actually here, you could be a little bit further back. So you're moving, your head's moving quite a bit just to get to that position. And so if you could stay back just a little bit further, maybe to here, you're going to reduce your amount of movement with your eyes. Looking at other things, I can definitely see some other things that we can work on with your upper body, but not too bad. So looking at the last one, the next one is our launch. So when I'm launching the ball, you're actually launching the ball over your front foot, which is actually pretty early. We want to make sure that it's further and further out. I want to say maybe a foot out in front of your front foot, and that's going to help reduce stress on the arm and just make it feel a lot better. Looking at the other one, the next one is stacking. So launch definitely needs to be worked on, but your stacking, your knee needs to be inside of this. Instead of pointing this way, I need to be going inside. And your upper body, you actually do a good job of staying back. Your upper body, the longer you can keep this head over the plate, I think you're going to be able to maximize your power. But that back knee being outside as opposed to being inside can definitely inhibit that. So as you drive down, so stacking definitely needs to be worked on. Let's look at your front glove. You do a good job, but you stop here, and I want to make sure you shove that glove almost into your armpit, and I want to make sure it's out a little bit further, and I want to have a better rotation this way so that you're able to get so when you start pinching a little bit better, you're going to get a better rotation, because you see how your arm is up this way and your arm is down. I'd like to see it up a little bit further, pinched, so that you can really get around it. It's what we call positive disconnection. You can see it from this side. It kind of tucks, and I want it to be a little bit higher to help that rotation. Looking next into your high elbow. So from measurement, both shoulders to your elbow, you're about 181 degrees, which is right on that line, which is perfect. That's a healthy, safe arm, which is good. And your chest extension is at, and this is something that could potentially be, improved by far, 37 degrees. I'd like to get it to high 40s. So we're talking about 2 or 3 inches further, but watch this. As you drive, your chest stays up and you get over it. I want your chest to drive through. I want you to continue to take this chest down and further across your body this way. But you're not doing that. You stay, and then you finish this way. You fall to your right, and I want you to actually fall this way. And that's going to help just energy. Just energy in general is going to be a lot easier to transfer. So the last one, we're going to take a cross section of your elbow. As you lay back and externally rotate, I'm going to measure through your elbow to here. And if you see your arm as it comes out, it actually does a pretty good job of rotating and pronating, getting through that release point. This is what I would call a minimal, just really minimal hand fly out. So not bad, not something that is really crazy. It could be reduced a little bit further, but you're kind of right on track to push that wrist through. So as you're driving, I want you to really work on getting across your body and finishing through, making sure that this leg is stable, and you can rotate around it. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you coming to the camp, and we will talk to you guys soon.